Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at the Alloy Morphers. These are figures that transform into guns, and then they all combine into whatever the heck that's supposed to be. The first cool gun from the Alloy Morphers, or Alloy Morphers, is the only one packaged in weapon mode. All of the others are packaged in robot mode. And this is a very accurate, tiny little gun. I can't believe that this made it through customs. It's really, really cool. And it's got die cast, though it's not where you would think. You would think that the barrel would be die cast. No, it's not. It's actually here, the handle. This is die cast. Transformation. First come to the barrel and split the barrel apart like so. And hey, there's a head in there. Then come down to the handle, and the handle will split apart like so. Then come to the back and pull up that tab, turn it around, and peg it into place. This is actually the hammer. And then with the barrel split open, we could grab the robot head, and it will flip up like that. Then bring the legs around and down, and then they will slide out. And it looks like the upper thighs here are supposed to fold in like that. So do that on the other side. And then there's this tiny little peg hole on the inside of the legs, and they will peg into that little peg that's coming off the side, and that will peg in there. But the shoulder, I keep popping this stupid ball joint. According to the directions, the shoulders are supposed to fold down and peg into the stock of the gun. I keep popping these stupid ball joints off. Let's get these back on. Thankfully, they go right back into place. There we go. That looks way better. And according to the directions, this little flap is supposed to be folded up to cover up that hole. This is a cute little robot. I actually like this quite a bit. Yeah, it's a bit bulky, but it works. It definitely has a G1 transformer feel to it. Posability is the arms, and that's about it. The legs have a little bit of movement, but not much. So, yeah. Transformation back. Fold the arms down. Take the hammer and move that out of the way. Fold the head up. Take the shoulders and unpeg them. And then take the arms and fold them such that they will get pegged up right there. And fold that like that. And then these will all fold up and turn into the barrel of the weapon. Fold the feet up. Fold the thighs up. Bring the legs back down and around. And bring the hammer back around. Peg it into place. And there we go. That's the gun. Cool. The second gun bot is this beautiful gold guy. I really like the paint on this. Die cast in the legs again, and there's no more die cast, but the paint is really beautiful on this guy. All right, posability, arms, pose. That arm can move back out. It's on a ball joint, so you can technically pose it. Legs, ball joint, forget about the feet. Transformation. Now, I've noticed that there is a slight mistransformation in the robot mode, so those are supposed to be folded in like that, but fold them out, and then flip up the toes like that, and then fold up the head, and then the chest pieces are supposed to fold underneath the body like so. So then the head, as you see, is slid forward, so you push it back, then the entire upper torso slides back like this, and then folds up onto the back of the figure. Then we take the left arm and collapse it, take the right arm and just kind of leave it there, and then this whole section is supposed to spin like this, and the legs will then fold back and connect and peg into each other. Then this back section will slide down and peg into place right where the hips were. Then these front components will fold up together like that. Fold the arm down and peg it into place. Then flip up the fist. And then flip up the barrel, and we're done. We got this very nice gold German gun. I really like the look of this. This makes me think of the man with the golden gun from James Bond. Yeah, it's a tiny little gold gun with a red handle. I actually really like this a lot. This is pretty cool. Number 3 is the Revolver that I've had on social media already, and it looks kind of doofy. I'm not gonna lie. This one is probably the dumbest looking one of the set. Yeah, he's got this arm that is a gun. There's no hand there, and the legs, the ball joints are just a bit too floppy. This is definitely the doofiest one, personally. Okay, transformation. Turn the head and fold it up into the body. Come to the arm on the left side, fold the arm up, and it will slide into the body and then collapse the hammer. Take the barrel of the gun, turn it around so that the sight is pointing to the top, and turn it. And then turn the entire body of the figure like that so the gun can go walking. Walk, 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 walk. And then reach in the belly and flip this piece up to snap it all into place. Come down to the legs, fold out the front of the legs, and then flip the feet around to the other side like that. And then bring the legs forward, and they will peg together like so. And then grab the entire hip section, unpeg it, and flip it all the way back, and it'll peg in the back. And there we go, this big old 6-shooter. Nice. That's really cool. I love the look of this thing. Yeah, that's really pretty. Number 4 and number 5 both look very similar in robot modes. They look a little weird. There's not much in terms of posability on these guys, and they do both have a tendency to kind of come apart pretty easily. Also, this one specifically, according to the box, has a giant sword. Yeah, this guy does not have a sword. Sorry, it just doesn't. All right, transformation. First we're going to do is grab the shoulders and unpeg them and move them off to the sides. And then we're going to take the legs, and the legs are supposed to collapse like that. And then the arms fold in on themselves like this to form the actual handle of the gun. And these guys will fold back and peg together like that. Oh, I goofed something. I have to split these legs apart before we can finish the transformation. Because if I had them together, then I can't fold the crotch out to form the actual trigger. And I popped pieces apart. Whoops-a-doodles. Oh, come on, get in there. All right. So then the one leg folds down and the other leg folds down to form the front barrel. And there we go. Looks pretty good. Feels like a pea shooter, but I can get my finger in here. Actually, I can kind of get my pinky in here. Yeah, that works really well. And then finally we have the brown one. Actually, this looks pretty good. I love the texture that this thing manages to give off on the arms. Overall, it looks pretty good. It's got a very similar transformation to number 4. So let's go ahead and get into it. Fold the feet up. Slide the legs up. Actually take the head and fold it down where we didn't have to do that with the other one. Grab the entire crotch section and then take the arms and unpeg them and flip them around to the front of the robot mode this time, and they will collapse into the armpits. And I keep popping these ribbon ball joints. You know what? I think I actually am doing this the wrong way. You have to fold it that way. There we go. Let's do that on the other side. And then fold these guys in to form the handle. Then grab the entire crotch and flip it up. And turn the hips. And the rear of the gun with the hammer will come back here and should peg into place. and the barrel will fold forward. And there we go. Yeah, that's very, very cool. Needs to be a little bit bigger to fit in my hands. Yeah, baby's first guns. Overall, I think this whole set is very cool. I've never seen anything like this. And these are mostly modern guns. And I've never been a huge gun person, but toy guns? Absolutely. Yeah, these things are really neat. I don't have a Titan up here in my bedroom so that I could actually have a Titan class figure hold one of these. But yeah, a Titan class figure can totally hold any of these. All right, let's go ahead and get these combined up. We'll start off with the legs, and these two are going to be the legs. So first off, we're going to take this one and just split the handle apart. Oh, come on. That is an issue with all of them. It's not an issue. It's just something I have noticed. All of them, once you get the stock or the handles combined, it really is hard to get the handles to split open. Except for this guy. This guy is really easy, but all the others are a little bit more tricky. So what we're going to do is flip this open and turn the whole thing out, and it will peg into place. Like we're going to transform it into robot mode. Just get that pegged up, and then take the directions say to take the head or the robot head and move it so that it becomes a leg like that. We're going to do the same thing on this one, on the black one. Just get the spudger in there, flip the leg around, and in this case, there are these little slots or these little pegs on either side that the legs or the shoulders will slot into. Just have to get everything lined up correctly. And the robot head is right there, but I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to get that out. Hold on, let's see. Get that. Ah, there we go. There we go. Just needed the spudger to get it to move. All right. So there we have the legs. So let's put them off to the side for now. And then we'll grab the middle guy and turn him into, well, we're going to transform him back into robot mode. So we'll just do the full transfer, pretty much the full transformation. Get that transformed real quick. Because once we get him transformed into robot mode, then we can position the arms in such a way that we can see there's this little tiny peg right there that we need to fold this onto and get it there. There we go. And do the same thing on this side. It's a little bit trickier to do than you might think because things don't want to line up all that well. And then just get the spudger in there. And then do that for the legs, like so. Get them pegged in like that. And then fold these bits in. And then we can take the big guns and peg them into the sides here. Like that. All right, we got some legs going. Now let's get some arms. All right, first off, we'll take the revolver. And this is super simple. We just unpeg them and flip the leg around and get them pegged into place. It will peg in right there. And we just collapse the barrel and turn it and peg that in like that. And put him off to the side and hope he doesn't fall over. And we're going to pretty much do the same thing on this one. Pull the legs apart, bring them down, and find the peg hole. Just getting things lined up is the hard part on these figures. That is the hard part. Get that lined up, perfect, and then it'll peg in, so detach the barrel, fold it down, and there we go. And we are good to go. All right, we got the gun combiner all combined up, and he is good to go. There are some problems with it, but we'll get into that in a second. Overall, aesthetic-wise, I love it. I absolutely love this stupid thing. It's great. about the same size as Volcanicus, but man, it does not hold together all that well, and it does not stand all that well. All the die cast being on the outer parts of the shoulders is a real problem, and it just wants to constantly fall backwards. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can get the feet to get some heels somehow. Also, the black gun, its right leg constantly falls off. And I think that's also a problem here because it keeps wanting to fall backwards. There is some posability with this thing. Head moves up and down. Shoulders move forward and back, but as soon as you move them, they pop out of place. Barrels on the elbows can be posed, so it could act kind of like a destructoid or destroyer or destructor from Macross. That's kind of the feeling I get. And it can like hinge forward and back on those hinges, but as you see, this stupid black one, the black gun keeps falling apart. It's the problem. Look, I love this thing. I think this is great. It doesn't need die cast. Like, none of these figures need die cast. It makes them too heavy. Also, the pegs need to be a lot bigger, just overall on the total of the figure, like the total combined mode. Like, all the pegs need to be bigger and deeper. They need to be a little bit wider and a little bit longer, and that would give them some more friction. Overall, I think it's incredibly stupid, but I absolutely love it. Just will not stay together. As soon as I pick up the damn thing, it just falls apart. Come on, man. I'm trying to make a video here. You're so much fun and you're so dumb, but just don't want to stay together. Ah, if it was all plastic. The plastic, I want to mention that. The plastic is actually really good quality plastic. The set does not need die cast. I don't know why they insisted on putting die cast on this thing, but it does not need it. It's perfectly fine just being all plastic. The plastic, as I said, super high quality, like really high quality, but it just doesn't need the die cast. Overall, I absolutely love this set. Yes, it has problems. No, it doesn't need freaking die cast in every figure, but they're just fun. We've never gotten figures like these before. Different eras of weapons are represented here, and they're all really cool. So, folks, let me know what you think of these guns down in the comments. Thank you all for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas.